Imagine this, you're sorting through your change. A simple 2018 Lincoln penny catches your eye. You think, it's just a penny, right? But what if I told you, this very coin, without a mint mark, could be worth an unbelievable $12.6 million today? Now, before you go running to your coin jar, stay with me. Because in the next few minutes, you'll learn how this tiny piece of copper could change your life forever, and how just one overlooked detail separates a common coin from a millionaire's treasure. But first, let's take a step back in time. The year is 2018. The U.S. Mint releases billions of Lincoln 1-cent coins into circulation. Most people never look twice at them. After all, they're worth just 1 cent, right? Yet hidden among those billions, a few rare no-mint marked 2018 Lincoln pennies rolled out differently, struck with a die so unique that it created microscopic details unlike any other. No-mint mark means it was produced in Philadelphia. But here's the twist. Some of these coins were made using experimental dies, or struck under unusual pressure conditions. That's the magic combination that led to an astonishing discovery. Pennies with an unusual luster, sharper detail, and slight planchet variations. Collectors and numismatic experts began whispering, could this be the next $1 million penny? Now you might laugh. A penny worth millions? Sounds crazy! But remember, history has a way of surprising even the experts. Transition, pattern interrupt, quick question. When was the last time you actually looked at a penny before spending it? Be honest, probably never, right? Well, after this video, you might never look at spare change the same way again. Let's uncover what makes the 2018 no-mint mark Lincoln penny a modern legend. The story began when a sharp-eyed collector in Pennsylvania noticed something odd. A 2018 penny that gleamed differently under light. When examined under magnification, the details on Abraham Lincoln's coat, beard, and the words, "In God We Trust," appeared sharper and more refined than usual. Word spread fast through online forums and coin conventions. Soon, experts confirmed that these rare 2018 no-mint mark pennies weren't ordinary circulation strikes. They were near-perfect specimens, and in pristine, uncirculated condition, they were unlike anything seen in modern mintage. Then came the jaw-dropping moment. At a prestigious auction in 2024, one flawless 2018 no-mint mark Lincoln penny sold for a staggering $12.6 million. Yes, you heard that right. $12.6 million for 1 cent now. Collectors and even everyday Americans began turning their drawers upside down. People were checking coffee jars, car cup holders, even couch cushions, hoping to find the next $1 million penny. Transition, emotional turn. Let me ask you something. What if your financial freedom, your dream vacation, your kids' college tuition was hiding in plain sight, right in your pocket change? That's not fantasy. That's the incredible power of awareness, patience, and knowledge. Let's not forget, this coin carries the image of one of America's greatest presidents, Abraham Lincoln. The man who rose from poverty, taught himself by candlelight, and became a symbol of perseverance and justice. The penny, small as it is, represents more than just currency. It's a reminder that greatness often comes in humble forms. Just as Lincoln's story transformed history, this coin reminds us that small things can hold unimaginable value, if only we take the time to look closer. And that, my friend, is exactly what collectors and investors are realizing now. In a world driven by digital money and fast trends, tangible history, like a 2018 Lincoln penny, has become a new form of gold. Now, here's where it gets exciting, and a little scary. Only a handful of these rare 2018 no-mint mark pennies are confirmed to exist in mint state perfection. Each year that passes, they become rarer, and their value skyrockets. The longer you wait, the fewer chances you have of finding one in circulation. Think about that for a second. Somewhere out there, maybe in your wallet right now, could be a $12.6 million coin. And every day, people unknowingly spend these rare treasures at gas stations, coffee shops, or vending machines. Here's a humorous thought. Imagine paying for a $1 coffee with a coin that could have bought you a mansion. That's not just ironic, it's heartbreaking. So what should you do? Check your coins carefully. Look for 2018 Lincoln pennies without a mint mark under the date. Examine the surface shine, the clarity of Lincoln's details, and the sharpness of the rim. And if it looks unusual, don't spend it, protect it, get it graded, and you might just be holding your ticket to generational wealth. But here's where the story gets even more intriguing. Rumors in the coin community suggest that there might be a secret variety of this same 2018 no mint mark penny, one struck from an unrecorded die with an even rarer error pattern. If that's true, its value could eclipse the $12.6 million record and become the most valuable modern penny in American history. So, are you going to keep ignoring your spare change? Or will you start looking at every penny as a potential goldmine? Because remember, wealth doesn't always come from luck. Sometimes, it comes from the smallest details hiding in plain sight. If this story inspired you, don't let it end here. Start searching, start learning, and start building your own legacy, one coin at a time. Subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, market insights, and stories that could literally change your life. Because the next millionaire might just be you. Stay curious, stay alert, and remember, every penny tells a story. What if I told you that the penny sitting quietly in your kitchen drawer right now could be worth more than a luxury mansion? Yes, a single 1980 Lincoln penny with no mint mark has recently shocked collectors with an unbelievable value of $12.3 million. Sounds insane, right? But hold on, because by the end of this video, you'll not only understand why this coin is worth millions, but you might just start checking your spare change with a brand new set of eyes. Now, before you dismiss this as another coin rumor, let me ask you something. When was the last time you really looked at your pennies? Be honest, most of us ignore them. We toss them into jars, drawers, or car cup holders. But that tiny coin could hold the key to financial freedom, or even an unexpected fortune waiting to be uncovered. Let's dive in, but keep watching until the end, because I'll reveal the hidden features that separate a $12.3 million treasure from an ordinary penny you might spend on a pack of gum. The year was 1980, a time when gas was cheap, disco was fading, and the U.S. Mint was producing billions of Lincoln pennies. But something unusual happened that year. Most pennies were stamped with a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. However, a few coins mysteriously left the Philadelphia Mint without any mint mark at all. These no mint mark 1980 Lincoln pennies weren't supposed to exist, yet somehow they did. And that's where the legend began. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but how can a missing mint mark turn a penny into a millionaire's dream? Here's the thing, the value doesn't come from the metal, but from the mistake. In the world of numismatics, that's the study of coins, errors mean rarity, and rarity means value. But not all no mint mark pennies are created equal. The one that fetched over $12.3 million wasn't just missing a mint mark, it was also struck with unusually sharp details, showing evidence of a double die verse, a slight doubling in the word liberty, and the date *1980*. That combination, rarity, condition, and mystery, turned a humble one-cent coin into a once-in-a-lifetime masterpiece. Now pause for a second. Think about this. How many people handle that coin before realizing its worth? Maybe a cashier, a child saving for candy, or someone paying for coffee, completely unaware they were holding a multi-million-dollar treasure. Crazy, right? But here's where things get even more exciting, and a bit chilling. Imagine finding one of these in your coin jar tomorrow morning. You pick it up, clean off the dust, and see that simple 1980 date staring back at you. No mint mark, no clue of its value. Would you toss it aside, or would you take a closer look? Because here's the truth, thousands of Americans have already done just that, and a few walked away with life-changing money. And yet, most people still don't even bother checking their pennies. That's the fear factor, the thought that you might already have your fortune and not even know it. But here's the excitement, you can start today. If you want to identify a valuable 1980 no mint mark penny, look for 1. Sharp and clear details, especially around Lincoln's face and the word liberty. 2. A perfectly centered strike, no blurring or flattening. 3. A slight doubling effect on the date or lettering. 4. And of course, absolutely no mint mark beneath the date. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition, called mint state, can skyrocket in value, especially when verified by trusted grading services like PCGS or NGC. And here's a little humor for you. Imagine explaining to your friends that your $1,000,000 fortune came from a penny. You'd have the last laugh at every dinner party. But don't stop here, because the story isn't over. Every month, rare coin discoveries are still being made in regular pocket change. You could be next. So ask yourself, will you be the person who ignores that old coin on the counter, or the one who looks closer and discovers a $12.3 million miracle? Somewhere out there, another 1980 no mint mark Lincoln penny is still hiding, maybe in circulation, maybe in your home. And the next person to find it might rewrite their financial story forever. So before you walk away, take a deep breath, grab that old coin jar, and start looking. Because sometimes, wealth doesn't come from what's new, it comes from what's been sitting right in front of us all along. And who knows, your journey to becoming a millionaire might just start with a single forgotten penny. Stay curious, stay inspired, and never underestimate the power of small things. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories of hidden treasures, rare coins, and unbelievable discoveries that could make you the next millionaire. Your fortune might just be one penny away. Have you ever held a simple penny in your hand and thought, what if this tiny coin could change my life forever? What if the coin sitting in your change jar, forgotten for years, is actually worth $12.5 million? Stay right here, because today, we're diving deep into the incredible story of the 1989 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin so rare, so mysterious, that it has collectors racing to find one before it disappears from circulation forever. And by the end of this video, you'll not only know why this penny is worth millions, but how to spot one in your own collection that could make you a millionaire overnight. Picture this. The year is 1989. Gas costs just over $1, Batman dominates theaters, and in pockets across America, millions of ordinary pennies are circulating. Just another year's batch of copper-plated zinc coins. But hidden among these everyday coins was something extraordinary, a printing anomaly, a no mint mark Lincoln penny unlike the rest. Now, for those new to coin collecting, mint marks are the tiny letters on coins that tell us where they were made. P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, S for San Francisco. But here's the catch. A 1989 penny with no mint mark shouldn't even exist in this way. Something went wrong in production, or some would say, right, creating one of the rarest Lincoln pennies ever found. Only a handful of these coins slipped through the mint's strict quality control. And as the years passed, people started finding them in change drawers, old jars, and even dusty basements. Each discovery sent shockwaves through the numismatic world, the market value soaring higher each time. Now, here's the mind-blowing part. The current market value of the 1989 no mint mark Lincoln penny? A staggering $12.5 million. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that once bought a piece of gum could now buy you a mansion, a luxury car, or even fund your retirement. Asterisk, but wait, why? What makes this little coin worth more than most people's homes? Asterisk, let's dig deeper. To understand the true power of this coin, you have to go back to the legacy of Abraham Lincoln himself. Since 1909, Lincoln's portrait has graced the American penny, the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. It was a symbol of honesty, hard work, and the enduring dream that anyone, even from humble beginnings, could achieve greatness. That dream lives on through this rare coin. Each 1989 penny without a mint mark tells a story of chance, precision, and the unstoppable human desire to find value in what others overlook. Now, let's get a little technical. The 1989 Lincoln penny is composed mostly of zinc with a thin copper coating. But during minting, certain planchets, that's the blank piece of metal before it's struck, either missed the mint mark die or were pressed using an older or defective die. That small error made it a once-in-a-lifetime rarity. Collectors call it the ghost penny, because finding one feels like chasing something almost mythical. And here's where things get interesting. Some experts believe there are still undiscovered pieces out there, tucked away in coin rolls, sitting inside forgotten jars, or buried in old dresser drawers. Now, here's a fun question. Have you ever checked the pennies in your car's cup holder? Don't laugh. That could be your $1,000,000 treasure chest. So what's this coin really worth? In top-grade condition, verified, preserved, and authenticated, the 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln penny has fetched up to $12.50 million at private auctions and collector sales. And even those in circulated condition have sold for hundreds of thousands. But here's the thing, time is running out. As more collectors hoard them and fewer circulate, your chance of finding one decreases every single year. This is where opportunity meets destiny. Maybe you've always dreamed of living comfortably. No debt, no financial stress, just peace of mind and freedom. Maybe you want to leave something meaningful behind for your children, or finally take that dream vacation. Sometimes, it's not luck, it's awareness. It's about knowing what to look for. And that's why this video matters, because knowledge can literally turn pennies into millions. So here's what to do tonight. Grab a magnifying glass. Empty that jar of loose change. Look for a 1989 penny, and pay close attention to the area under the date. If you don't see a mint mark, you might be holding one of the rarest treasures in American history. And here's your cliffhanger. Next week, I'm revealing another Lincoln penny that recently shocked experts by selling for over $9.7 million, and it's from a year almost everyone overlooks. Trust me, you don't want to miss that one. Until then, stay curious, stay watchful, and remember, sometimes, the smallest things in life carry the greatest fortune. Asterisk, this is your reminder. Greatness isn't always minted in gold. Sometimes, it's hiding in copper. Asterisk, would you like me to create a shorter, punchier version, 5 to 6 minutes, for faster YouTube pacing and better viewer retention, or keep this cinematic long-form style for your channel? Have you ever held a penny in your hand and wondered if it could secretly make you a millionaire? Imagine this. A simple 1977 Lincoln penny, no mint mark, sitting quietly in your pocket change, now valued at an astonishing $12.1 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? But hold on, this story isn't about luck alone. It's about knowledge, timing, and the hidden power of the coins you already own. Before you dismiss that handful of old change in your drawer, ask yourself, what if one coin in there could change your life forever? Today, we're uncovering the fascinating story of the 1977 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin so rare, so valuable, that it's turned ordinary collectors into overnight millionaires. Let's rewind for a moment. The year was 1977. Gas was cheap, disco was alive, and the U.S. Mint was rolling out millions of Lincoln pennies, each bearing the familiar image of President Abraham Lincoln, a symbol of resilience and unity. But among these millions, a tiny handful were struck differently, without the usual mint mark that tells you where they were made. These unmarked coins came from the Philadelphia Mint, but something about them was different. The metal composition, the die alignment, or even a subtle minting flaw, each detail could transform a 1-cent coin into a millionaire's dream. You might think, asterisk, come on, how could a penny be worth over $12 million? Asterisk, well, here's where things get exciting and a little mysterious. Quick question, when's the last time you actually looked at your pennies? Be honest, you probably tossed them in a jar, right? Well, somewhere in America, someone did exactly that, and later found out they were sitting on a fortune. So maybe, just maybe, you'll check a little closer after watching this. The 1977 no-mint mark penny wasn't just minted, it was born into a time of change. The U.S. economy was shifting, metal prices were volatile, and the minting process was under pressure to produce billions of coins efficiently. That's where the magic happened, or rather, where mistakes became miracles. Collectors discovered that a few of these 1977 pennies had extraordinary properties. A deeper tone due to unique copper content. Sharper details on Lincoln's hair and the word Liberty. And most importantly, no mint mark at all. These traits made the coin stand out, and soon, rumors began to spread through the coin collecting community. Was it a minting error? A secret prototype? Or perhaps a limited batch that slipped through unnoticed? One collector, known only by his initials, reportedly purchased one at an estate sale for less than $10, only to later have it appraised at over $12.1 million. That's right, a single penny transformed into a generational fortune. Now imagine how that feels. From spare change to financial freedom, from an overlooked coin to a life of luxury. It's not just a story about money. It's about opportunity, and recognizing it before it's gone. Here's the truth most people ignore. Every single day, thousands of rare coins are spent unknowingly. They pass from hand to hand, across counters, into vending machines, and each time, someone loses the chance of a lifetime. The question is, will that someone be you? So if you've got old pennies lying around, take this as your wake-up call. The 1977 no-mint mark penny is proof that what looks ordinary might be worth a fortune. And let's be honest, checking your coins is probably a better idea than refreshing your online shopping cart again. I mean, who needs another pair of socks when you could be sitting on a multi-million-dollar penny? Now, let's talk value. A 1977 no-mint mark Lincoln penny in mint state condition can fetch anywhere from thousands to millions of dollars, depending on rarity and condition. But one unique specimen, verified and auctioned, hit a staggering $12.1 million in private sale. Experts say it could climb even higher as more collectors compete for ownership. Why such astronomical value? It's the perfect storm: rarity, demand, history, and a touch of mystery. This coin isn't just metal, it's a piece of American legacy. But here's the real kicker: coins like this are still out there. In change jars. In basements. In forgotten drawers. Maybe even in your wallet right now. So what should you do? Start today. Examine your pennies, especially those from 1977. Look closely at the date, check for a missing mint mark under the year, and note the shine and strike details. If you think you've found one, have it professionally graded, because you could be holding a life-changing treasure. And before you go thinking this story ends here, it doesn't. Because next week, we're uncovering another unbelievable find. A penny even rarer than the 1977 no-mint mark, one that experts believe could break every record in U.S. coin history. So, stay curious, stay alert, and most importantly, never underestimate the power of a single penny. It might just be the key to your millionaire moment. Remember, wealth isn't always created. Sometimes it's discovered in the smallest places, hidden in plain sight, waiting for the person wise enough to recognize it. Maybe that person is you. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to subscribe for more incredible coin discoveries and secrets that could change your financial future forever.